Okay, so today we are going to go work on the Ibiza again. I did actually go work on the Ibiza last weekend and I made some pretty groundbreaking progress. We got the car fully started. We discovered there's no oil leaks, which was the two main things I was kind of worried about. Either it wouldn't start, or it would run shit, or there'd be oil pissing everywhere. Today, what the plan is, I need to go to Halfords to get some coolant, and then I need to go back to the garage and put the front end of the car back onto the car, put it all back together nice and, well, also I need to make some custom radiator mount brackets for the fan pack, because the fan pack I got was from a Mark 1 Audi TT. Fans are the same, the plugs are the same, but the actual shrouding that it uses is slightly different. I can modify it, so I'll be bringing my drill to the garage today and I'll be modifying that to make it fit. We should be able to run it up to temperature, have it idling nice at 90 degrees, and fingers crossed we'll have no water leaks either. But yeah, that is the plan.
But I guess you can't see, making new memories to me. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm good either way. I'm good either way. What happened to forever? Now we're not together. I know it's time you probably need a break to see if you went down whatever. Bad and dead together. But baby, know that I'm good either way. What happened to forever? You know, you know, what happened to forever? You know.
So, essentially what I need to do here is attach this fan pack to this new radiator. It is a brand new radiator that I've had for God knows how long. So when I originally blew up the first engine, I took it to my mate's garage and he said that the radiator was actually leaking. So at that point in time I did buy a brand new radiator, but I never got around to actually fitting it. And now the car's on its third engine, I figured while the radiator's off, now's the best time really to actually change it, even if I did have to sort of mess around with the fan pack trying to get that back on. Now the reason I had to buy a new fan pack, I don't know if I actually went over this at all. I had to buy a new fan pack because the old one got squashed under the car. Both of the front wheels were off of the car. It was on jacks. The hydraulics of the actual jacks must have slowly leaked over time, of the course of about a month or so I'd say. It just basically let the whole weight of the car down on this fan pack that was resting next to the car, sort of on an angle, and it just squashed the entire fan pack down. So it crushed the fans, snapped the fan blades. The fan pack was unusable at all. I couldn't recycle it or anything, I just had to bin it. And I could not find, for the love of the money, I could not find an Ibiza fan pack anywhere at all. So I had to just settle with a Mark 1 TT fan pack. Obviously it's not a straight fit, as you can see I just needed to do some drilling to actually get the brackets to line up with the mounts on the radiator. As soon as that was done, it literally just slotted right in as a normal fan pack would, but there's just that little bit of modification that was needed really to get it there. So, now the actual fan pack was mounted to the radiator, this is where the fun really starts. I had to put the radiator onto the front end of the car. This black plastic piece that you're looking at is essentially what is the entire front end of a Seat Ibiza 6L. So all I had to do, this radiator has 4 plastic brackets and they slot into 4 places on this black piece of plastic, and they only go in one way, so you have to be really careful. I mean, you can't actually put them in the wrong way, to be fair, so it's quite self-explanatory really, but once they're in, they push all the way in and then you have to screw them in from the front. Now the tricky part is actually getting the radiator and everything to stay there while you screw them in, because the radiator tries to sort of fall out because it's only held in by friction until you've screwed them in. If it's a brand new radiator, especially like mine was, you have to be very careful that you don't tip it up and then try and screw it in and then the full radiator falls out and breaks, because that could definitely get you. But once that's done, the front end was ready to put back on the car. Honestly, I was a bit bad. I didn't film any more parts after this weekend. All I did was I took a couple photos maybe of the front end back, and then the weekend after this is when we actually got it started and running, and I will show you some more clips of that as well. half a tank. Sweet. So, although the Ibiza was now running, as you can see in this clip, once the engine was fully warmed up, it did have quite a bad smoke out of it. Now, at the time, I was absolutely bricking it because I was thinking, have I installed the head gasket right? I was thinking a million things. Obviously, I wasn't actually thinking straight, but the first thing I was thinking was, I've cracked the head or something, or I've done the head gasket wrong, something major is broken. It turns out the turbo that's been on 3 engines that's blown up is fucked, so it needs replacing. I feel like now is a good time to introduce you guys to my new van. This is a Transit Mark 7. Now I've not gotten rid of the Ibiza, I've not got rid of the TT, I've still got the Corolla even. I've got 4 vehicles now. This van was the thing I needed, and obviously the first thing I did was fit orange lights to the front, because why not? And obviously it has a tow ball. So, naturally the next thing I did for the Ibiza was I rented a car trailer, and I figured out how to strap a car down to a trailer. I did not think I would ever need to know how to do that, but apparently I do. So, that was what I did. Obviously, I think it's probably worth saying at this point, I didn't strap it down to a trailer for no reason. I didn't get a trailer for no reason. I got a trailer so that I could take the Ibiza to my friend's garage again. Now, I used one of his lifts for literally a full day to swap a brand new turbo onto the Ibiza and fixed all of those issues with all that smoke coming out the back. Would you be able to keep an eye on it while I'm driving up there? Yeah. Make sure I don't go off left or right. One thing I would just like to say is, obviously this is my first time driving with a trailer on the back in real life. Now, as much as you can practice in BeamNG Drive, at the end of the day it's just a simulator. So this was the first real world test of me with a trailer on the back, and I was thinking for my first test, oh, it might be a small trailer, you know, something easy. No, we'll just tow, I don't know, like your favourite car on the back of a trailer. Yeah, that sounds easy enough. Yeah, that no stress at all. No. All jokes aside, this moment here was the scariest moment, because this is the closest I ever had come to crashing, of it being my fault. And it was quite close, I'll be honest. But I had it calculated, and because of the practice I've done in BeamNG, I've got thousands of hours in BeamNG. Not necessarily all driving trailers on the back, but you know, I have a lot of practice in there, and thanks to that I only just missed this car here, because it was a very tight manoeuvre, because basically a car blocked me in, so I had to stop, and then when I had to go again, I had to take the corner really wide. I actually went up on the curb on the front of the van, just to actually get around it. So, as I mentioned earlier, I used his lift for literally the full day getting the car all sorted. The car is all sorted now. The only last teething issue is the bloody fans don't actually turn on. I do have an idea on how to fix this, but that's for another video, that's for another time. So, if you guys did enjoy this, please leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think I should do next, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya. I am well chuffed for that. My first time towing a trailer. I brought it in here, up there, reversed it back, and got it into the parking space. Fucking, that's BeamNG for you. Been reversing trailers of BeamNG for ages, stressing, thinking I'm not going to be able to do it. That was fucking piss.